Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome to week 2 of our lockdown lessons. Really hope you enjoyed week 1, which was technical. And I'm delighted to say I'm joined in this Zoom call by our girls and elite centre manager and also head of youth development, Charlotte Crisp.
Yeah.
Hiya.
And also, of course, my my wonderful colleague and absolute all-round legend bought me a lovely pub dinner just before we went into lockdown, Mitchell Clark.
I'm glad that's my title.
Yeah. He's the IDC manager, but that's secondary. Fantastic. So, as I said in the previous video, today's video is psychological. So the idea is it's all mental stuff, and there's going to be a challenge at the end. We've got a little quiz and some fun bits that you can play at home. So we're going to get Mitchell and Charlotte going head-to-head in a minute. But to start, we're going to go into a couple of little, a few questions for you to try out at home. So question number 1 I've got basically is, I'd like you to try and guess what team Charlotte supports. Okay, so I'm going to give you multiple choice, because it's a bit hard otherwise, 92 clubs and all that. So the first choice is A, does she support Manchester United? Just waiting for the reactions. Is it B, Liverpool? Or is it C, West Ham United? So the beauty of it being on YouTube, this video, is you can pause at any time. Do you need a bit of thinking time, do a bit of research, that's fine. Pause the video now. If not, I'm going to give the answer, or rather Charlotte's going to give the answer. So is it A, Man United, B, Liverpool, or C, West Ham United? Or you, Charlotte?
Or me? Well, it's 50-50. The answer is B, the mighty Liverpool. There's only one team for me.
Up the Reds, there you go.
Up the Reds.
Right, well done if you got that right. Charlotte, what are you saying? They're going to win the league this season? Virgil van Dijk, big injury?
Oh, not just Virgil, is it? I think we've got most of the team out this weekend. Well, yeah, it'll be close. I'd like to think so, but who knows?
Who knows?
Virgil's out. Gomez is out. Trent's out. Everyone's out. It's all right. It's time for the youth to come through. All the youngsters will do it for us. We'll be fine.
I mean, not sounding very confident there, Charlotte, but hey-ho, there you go. We never know. Go on then, we're going to Mitchell. So what team does Mitchell support? Is it A, West Ham United, B, Glasgow Rangers, or C, Arsenal? So A, West Ham United, B, Glasgow, or C, Arsenal? I'll give you a couple of seconds just to pause the video if you need to, and then we're going to go over to Mitchell now to give the answer.
So, of course, in the heart, West Ham. Irons. With a very close second of Cambridge.
Fantastic. Of course, the mighty West Ham United. So, well, you made the team this season. A good, obviously, looking like you're going to stay up this year, which is a good thing, and a couple of good signings. And I mean, were you going to push towards European places? What do you think?
Well, I think at the moment we're very content, I'd say, in mid-table. Obviously, looking at last season where we was on the lower end, which wasn't fun. But I think you've always got to respect a manager that does a job, such as David Moyes. Unfortunately, didn't get his contract, but coming into his second term with us, it's not been a secret that we've been turning over the big boys, or at least giving them a good game. So, yeah, we're on the up, I'd say.
Love that. Fantastic. Go on then. So this is not much of a secret, but I'll let you all try and guess mine. So what team do I support? So if you wonder what I do at the club, I look after the goalkeepers and do a bit, help out Mitch with the IDC as well. So team do I support? Is it A, Tottenham Hotspur, B, Watford, or C, Cambridge United? So A, Tottenham Hotspur, B, Watford, C, Cambridge United. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to pause that, and then so I'll let my good friend Charlotte give the answer.
Make sure I get it right this time.
Yeah, don't get it wrong. Go on then.
Of course, it's the mighty U's. See? Up the U's.
Up the U's. Yeah, to be fair, there's very well. Yeah, I think I'm right up there in terms of massive Cambridge fans. You probably see that from our social media. So.
I don't know anyone bigger U's fan than you, Louis. So.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment. That's really good.
The heart and soul.
Yeah.
So the beauty of it this season is we are, of course, fighting for to win the league in the promotion space at the moment. We have, of course, got the top striker in Europe. I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to give Paul Mullin, my man, an absolute shout-out. He has scored 12 goals this year in League Two. He is the top scorer in all of the European leagues. The closest person behind him is Robert Lewandowski, and he's only scored 11. So,
Yellows.
Yellows. Yeah, levels, isn't it? And, of course, we've got Big Joe Ironside. What a name for a forward, Joe Ironside. Sounds like a good
Great hair, too.
What a man. Love
Great hair.
There. And he's on 7 goals. So, yeah, good year for the U's. So just a quick one then. I thought it'd be really good, just obviously in this video, a bit more of an idea, get to know us a little better. So I'll just go to Charlotte now, and just a little bit of an overview of your coaching journey, please, Charlotte, and sort of obviously how you arrived at Cambridge and sort of what the role means to you, really. And yeah, if that'd be okay.
Yeah, of course. When I was a youngster, well, I say youngster, probably teens, that's when I first started to take an interest in the coaching side of things. I've always enjoyed the tactical and sort of background stuff behind football as well as playing it. So I was offered by the FA to complete my level 1 qualification, and I completed that here locally in Cambridge. And then as I've gone on my travels with football, so when I went to Bristol, Birmingham, I always did coaching alongside it, voluntary mainly. And alongside doing my degree, I gained other qualifications, like a swimming teacher, things like that. And then when I came back here and got my full-time job with Cambridge, that's when I joined the GDC and started coaching more full-time and part-time back then. And then gradually worked hard and got the role. Here I am now, managing and coaching full-time, which I thoroughly enjoy.
Fantastic. No, brilliant. And I'll ask you the same question, if that's all right, Mitchell.
Yes, so how I actually come into coaching itself, I was actually playing at a decent standard, and in that time I was able to do my coaching badges. I then got the opportunity to move abroad and doing the coaching at the same time while playing, and just felt the love within the coaching itself. Now, in the actual time of me coaching on the side, I was actually doing work in London, a bit of an office job, but coaching was always there at different levels, youth and senior. And at one point I decided, you know what, I'm going to take the coaching with both hands. And with that, Cambridge gave me the great opportunity just to start with part-time within the RDC, and loved the club and the communication and the opportunities that they gave me. So within a space of a few months, got 4 part-time jobs and then carried on working and got myself to assistant and now obviously manager. Because as I say, it's a second club and they've been great to me, and that's obviously why I'm here and continuing to do a good job of not only the looking after or being the program lead, but more so focusing on the coaching and obviously how we can improve our players as a whole, not just ability levels, but obviously attitude as well. And I'm really enjoying what I do here.
Fantastic, nice, brilliant, and obviously we can't wait to get back to delivering all of our free programs again very soon. So looking forward to that. But in the meantime, of course, means we can crank out more YouTube videos. So quite decent.
Louis, how did you get into coaching?
How did I get into coaching? Oh
Yeah.
wow, it's a good. I've sort of I was at Cambridge as a youngster. Went to Norwich for a bit, sort of playing a little bit. Went into the old Sunday League for a little while as well. And yeah, just fell into it really. Did a little bit of coaching at a grassroots team locally, under 13 side it was. A friend of mine was a manager, and yeah, sort of all spiraled out of control from there, if you like. We went to clubs like Heavy Hall Rovers, AFC Sudbury, did some goalkeeper coaching there, sort of ended up coaching full time, did a bit in schools and that as well. Had a great opportunity at Tottenham Hotspur for a couple of years, which was learned a lot. And then yeah, obviously Cambridge is where the heart is. So I'd been here for a little while now, and yeah, absolutely love working here. So just doing more and more really. But yeah, that's me, as it were. Don't want to be too boring, but there you go. So here we go, little quick one here. So a little bit different. If you was to walk into the Abbey Stadium car park, right, there's quite a few different cars and some nice wheels in there, to be fair. But I've got a list of 6 cars that are in the car park here, and read them out, okay? And what I'd like you to do at home is I'd like you to see if you can match the car to the coach, okay? Now, every car on this list is owned by someone at Cambridge United. But your job is to guess who it is, okay? So we're going to go number 1, which is a lovely VW Polo, okay? Number 2 is a BMW 3 Series, okay? Number 3 is a Ford Fiesta. Number 4 is a Vauxhall Corsa. Number 5 is an Aston Martin DB7. And number 6 is a Honda Jazz. One of those is a decoy. One of those doesn't actually belong to anybody. But the other 5 do all exist. So I'll tell you what, if you want to put the video on pause now, please do. Otherwise, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll shout them out and we'll alternate. So we'll have a little workout. So go on then. Mitchell, who does the VW Polo belong to?
Polo. Charlotte.
Correct.
Oh, you were about to get in big trouble.
Absolutely correct. So the VW Polo belongs to Charlotte.
Yeah,
Charlotte, who does the BMW 3? I think I got this right. Who does the BMW 3 Series belong to?
I believe it belongs to Mark Bonner.
That is correct. It does indeed. It does indeed. So if you see one of them jetting about, you'll know to give the gaffer a wave. Clarky, number 3, Ford Fiesta.
It's got to be the mighty Louis, surely.
You couldn't be more correct indeed. It's my run around. My run around is the Ford Fiesta. Charlotte, number 4, Vauxhall Corsa.
Mitchell's Beauty.
When it
needs clean.
get it to start, it's pretty good. Fantastic. Then number 5, if you guessed at home. Now, I'm sure you all think that League 2 footballers and coaches are on mega money. I hate to break it to you, but unfortunately that's not the case. So the Aston Martin DB7 is indeed the fake one. Yeah, I know. It's a shame. You all thought it was my second car. I know.
One day.
One day. Does anyone know? I used to have one of these. Anyone know who the Honda Jazz belongs to?
I'm going to say Pelly.
Pelly. Oh, good guess. So Tom Pelly's our academy manager. Charlotte, you got any guess?
It's not Claire, is it?
Oh, Claire, absolutely. So Claire is one of our finance people. She works in our finance department, and she owns a beautiful blue Honda Jazz. Charlotte's come up absolute trumps there. Unbelievable.
Smash that.
I must laugh, didn't I?
So before we get into our big quiz then, I just wanted to go to you first, Mitchell. Favourite game or moment you've been involved with football-wise, either as a player or a coach or even a supporter? Just a favourite moment or game?
I was playing for Canvey Island at the time, and we were playing the Chelsea reserves, and we was able to play the game at the old England training ground, and we ended up winning 3-2, and a deserving 3-2. Like, weren't just like scraping as well. If anything, yeah, they didn't deserve their 2 goals, but of course I might be saying that. But yeah, I'd say that game for me was brilliant, and the guys that I was with that was able to fulfil the game worked their socks off, and there's me, flying about doing the saves and felt good while I was doing it. Yeah, I think the England training ground rubbed off.
Unbelievable. There's some playing ability in this Zoom call. Charlotte, same question for you if that's okay. Favourite game or moment?
That's difficult.
Had a few good ones.
I've played in quite a few big games. I think it's got to be FA Cup runs for me. When I was a youngster, when I was at Arsenal, we played Man United, beat them to get into the final. Won't mention what happened in the final. But no, I actually won the FA Reserves Cup final, FA Cup, when I was playing for Bristol Academy. They were known back now Bristol City Women, and we beat Chelsea in the final 1-0. Yeah, that was one of those games, could have gone either way. We beat some big teams in the run-up to it, so we were underdogs for pretty much, I'd say, half the cup run. But yeah, we won it. Got some players with some good players as well. I think also as a coach, I think going on tour, when the first girls tour that we went on, we had an under-15s team, and a lot of them were mainly under-13 girls. And we went there as sort of underdogs, especially youngsters, and the girls did fantastic. We beat 2 under-15 teams. So as a manager, I think that has to be a highlight. Tour's always a highlight. It's fantastic. So yeah, it has to be those.
No, definitely. I completely agree, actually. Now you mention it, I think thinking about going on tour, I think there's always some great moments there as well. And obviously being around good people is always a really, really good thing. For me, like the promotion final 13-14, even though just as a supporter, really, was fantastic if we got promoted. But in terms of actually being involved in the game, any one of the when I was very fortunate at AFC Sudbury when I was the 18s goalkeeping coach, we reached quite a few finals, and we were quite fortunate to win, I believe, almost all of them. A couple of years ago this was, and yeah, so any of the ones at Portman Road where obviously we were able to celebrate in the dressing room at full time was absolutely fantastic. So any one of them would be in there for me. Okay, so we're on to our football team endings quiz. So we're going to get Charlotte and Mitchell to go head to head on this. I've got a list of 19 football team endings from the English Premier League and English Football League. So, for example, a football team ending would be Cambridge, so United. So that would be United, the football team ending. Hopefully that makes sense. Something to play along with at home. We'll go straight into it. So, Charlotte, of course, ladies first. We'll let you go first.
United, please, Louis.
Oh, wow, cheap shot. United it is. Okay, Mitchell, on to you.
Rovers.
Rovers for Mitchell. Good choice. Blackburn and Bristol. Charlotte.
City.
City, of course. Manchester and Norwich. Good. Mitchell.
Town.
Town is in there. Northampton Town. Good stuff.
County.
County is in there. Newport County. Notts County relegated, of course, but Newport County is in there.
Hotspur.
Hotspur, very good one. Tottenham Hotspur, of course, one of my former clubs.
Argyle.
Argyle, Plymouth Argyle, that's a good one. On the very last on my list, number 19, good stuff.
I'm going to say Athletic, as in, say, Wimbledon Athletic Football Club.
Yeah, it's a Charlton Athletic is the one, so yeah, good.
Charlton Athletic, that's it.
Very good. I'll just freeze you there, guys, as well, because if you need a hint, you're allowed 2 hints each in this round as well. So obviously at home, unlucky, I'm afraid you're not, but you can put it on pause, you get more thinking. Charlotte, on to you.
I'm going to use one of those hints.
Are you Fantastic. So I'll give you Bolton.
I just think of George Taft when I think.
Oh
of
no! So Bolton would be your hint. So the team ending of Bolton.
I thought Bolton was just Bolton.
Oh, okay. I can
This
give you.
isn't a hint. Can I have a different hint, please?
I'm getting called out. I'll give you another one. Aston.
Villa. I
Aston.
got that one.
There we go. Look at that. Clarkie, Mitchell's been given Bolton already, so he's got a free hint there.
Wanderers.
Bolton Wanderers is correct. Back up to Charlotte.
How long have we got?
Zoom limits are 40 minutes on the Zoom meeting, so hopefully.
Come on, Charlotte. So.
You have got one more hint left.
No, I'm going to get this.
I believe there is 10 still to get.
Albion.
Albion is a good one, absolutely. West Bromwich Albion. Over to you, Mitchell.
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
Take a hint, yeah, good choice. I'm going to give you, I'm thinking of a good hint to give you. I'm going to give you Sheffield.
Wednesday.
Excellent.
I knew that one.
Over to you, Charlotte.
Is that Thursday? No, I'm joking. You said town. No. Island. No, Canvey Island's not in the English league.
Unfortunately not. It's a really good one. I think Mitchell's buzzing off that, but...
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
You've both got a hint left.
Go on, I'll take my hint.
Okay, Leighton.
Orient.
Leighton Orient. Great stuff. Mitch, over to you. Getting difficult. There's quite a lot of championship clubs. I can see here that haven't been given.
No, I'll take my hint.
Pressure's ramping up. So Mitchell's going to use his last hint. Okay, I'm going to try and pick an interesting one. We're going to go Nottingham.
It's when you say them, it's like, Jesus, they're there. Forest.
Nottingham Forest is correct. That's good. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're down to 5 remaining possible answers for you, Charlotte. Don't forget you've got a hint left.
We said Wanderers.
We have said Wanderers. Lucky I took that off. It's good I'm taking my Quizmaster role seriously here. The pressure in this Zoom call is so intense. Wish you could feel it at home, I tell you. This is cut the atmosphere with a knife.
Championship teams. North End. End?
Yes, North End is correct. Preston North End. Coming up with an absolute massive one there for the head of youth development.
That's a good one. That is a good one. I want to say sports.
Sports.
I think that's because I'm around academies.
Yeah.
I don't think that's actually made it in the league.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So sports is the incorrect answer, unfortunately. So
yeah.
Well done to both of you. That's a fantastic effort. Did you right up? Yeah, I think we're done. So
yeah.
Basically, so that's really, really good. I've only got, I believe we've only got 4 that weren't said. So you're gonna kick yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be
Queen's Park.
Yeah.
Rangers, of course. Crew,
Alexander,
Alexandra, yeah. Milton,
Dons.
yeah. That's a bit of a a bit of a tension
Subject.
thing. And then of course you've got the mighty, the one and only Accrington.
Stanley.
I mean, their team name Stanley. How cool is that? I mean, I think that's amazing. So, a big well done to everybody if you've got any of those at home. Fantastic stuff. Obviously, it's a real tough one, but I'm sure that's been a staple of everyone's Zoom quizzes throughout the first lockdown. So, a little throwback for you there. Now, I'm delighted to say we're going to go on to our next round, which is a virtual penalty shootout. Now, I'm not sure if this has ever been done before, so please bear with us. On screen now, you should see a picture of a goal. Now, in the goal, there is split into 3 zones or 3 areas, which is A, B, and C. Now, Mitchell's going to take his penalty first. Okay, he's going to choose an area of the goal to shoot into. Okay, he's going to write on his bit of paper, so I know there's no cheating. Charlotte is going to be in goal for the first penalty, so she's going to choose another zone as well. Now, obviously, if Mitchell shoots in zone A and Charlotte dives to zone A, then obviously the penalty will be saved. But if obviously Charlotte dives to zone C and Mitchell shoots in zone B, for example, then of course it will be a goal. So playing at home, what I would recommend is I would choose to be either playing for Charlotte's team or playing for Mitchell's team, and then see if you can do better than our program leads do in the penalty shootout. Any questions, guys, or is that all clear?
All clear.
Great stuff. So Mitchell is taking first. So I'm going to count down from 3 while you write down your first A, B, or C on your bit of paper. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, Mitchell, which zone are you shooting for?
Well, I think I've given the eyes if it comes off on the cam. I've tried giving the eyes, but you know, we'll go with it. All right. Oh, I've gone for A.
Oh,
They've gone for zone A. Charlotte, which way have you gone?
it's the eyes. Oh, clearly, it's the wrong way around on here. I went for C.
Oh, so Charlotte knows the wrong way, which means that it's a goal for Mitchell. So now, obviously, the roles reversed. Mitchell is in goal. He used to be a goalkeeper for Charlotte, who's a penalty king. 3, 2, or penalty queen, sorry. 3, 2, 1. Charlotte, which way did you shoot?
Straight down the middle. I've gone for a little pan getter.
Little panner, yeah?
little
Was it pan? I know what you mean.
I don't know what. Yeah, one of those.
Panenka. Panenka, that's it. Mitchell, which way did you dive?
Gone B.
Oh,
Oh, what a save!
we've gone Fulham. 96
What a
minutes.
save! It's just like that Chelsea game all over again. Go on in. So Mitchell, 3. Mitchell's taking 3, 2, 1. Which way are you shooting?
Gone A.
On A. Charlotte.
I thought he was going to do me. I went B.
Oh, dived the wrong way again.
I just stood big and strong, but missed it.
He stood up, but that's got sat down. Go on then. So Charlotte's taking against Mitchell. So 3, 2, 1.
I've gone A.
A. Charlotte.
I've gone C.
Oh, wrong way. There we go. So that's okay. So the score is 2-1 on penalties after 2 penalties each. This is a close game. Very, very, very tense. Seeing how you're getting on at home as well. So we're going to go Mitchell to take. 3, 2, 1. Go on then, Mitchell.
Gone A.
Go on A. Charlotte.
C. It's the eyes.
Oh, the wrong way again. Mitchell Clark retains his perfect record from the spot. Charlotte's up to take. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, Charlotte, which way did you go?
B. I smacked it this time.
Gone B.
Oh, another save!
I'm not a penalty taker, okay?
Unbelievable. So, oh, that's fantastic. So, if my maths is correct, then if you score, you win, Mitchell. That's correct. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. So, if you score, you win. So, we need a big save from you here, Charlotte. So, go on then, Mitchell. 3, 2, 1. Mitchell Clark to win it. Where's he going?
A.
Oh, B. No.
Oh, no! And that means that by 4 penalties to 1, Mitchell Clark is the champion.
Mark Noble never misses. West Ham blood. That's all it is.
So a victory for West Ham on penalties there, but a very, very close.
Yeah, don't stop what don't work. That's it.
Yeah. Fantastic. So again, unlucky Charlotte. Commiserations. What can
I don't like losing. I hope you cut that bit out.
I have to see if that makes the final cut. It's a lottery penalties, you know what I mean? It's a pure game of luck.
I can't believe I've got done down the middle so many times.
Adrian just diving out the way, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely Adrian in goal. Has to be. Allison, different league that would have been. That's the issue.
Probably injured.
Unbelievable. That's fantastic. So we're nearing the end of our psychological corner lockdown lesson this week. But I've got a little challenge for you just before we all go. So what I'll do is I'll read it out, and then I'll just give Charlotte and Mitchell a quick moment to maybe speak on their thoughts about it. So what is it's be a scout this week. So all of us have been very fortunate to do different roles during our time in football. One that I've done a few times is scouting. So obviously we all work in recruitment as well as coaching. In terms of developing the next great players. So be a scout. So your challenge this week is to watch a half or 45 minutes of football, but in the shoes of a professional football scout. Okay. So I'm going to include in the description below 3 links to full games that you can watch on YouTube for free. Or of course, if you have access to a full game on Sky or BT or other platforms are available, then of course you're more than welcome to use that as well. Or any other match that you may see. Of course, we've only asked you to watch a half, but if you want to watch the full game, that's fine as well. The 3 choices that I've selected versus Tottenham Hotspur in the FA Cup semi-final 16-17, really good game that was. I'd recommend watching the second half. The second game is USA Women versus England Women. That is in the second half of the She Believes Cup 2020. Another really, really good game. Finally, England versus Croatia. Now, this is not the World Cup one, because we know what happens there. This is the first half of the Nation League 2020 with a slightly more beneficial outcome, but I won't ruin it for you. It's either of those 3 or one of your games of choice is absolutely fine. Now, your challenge is this. You need to pick a team from that game. So maybe I might choose Tottenham Hotspur. And this will be your club's opposition in the first match back after lockdown. So your team is going to play against the team you choose in their first match back after lockdown. Now, your team's manager has asked you to provide him or her with a scouting report to help you to win the game. The report must include, and I'll again include this so that we can see it, the formation that the team play, the formation position of playing, the opposition's best or most informed player. Okay, so can you choose who the biggest threat to your victory would be? And can you work out which foot they are, so which side their strong foot is? Maybe information for your manager. Can you work out the team's style of play? So what do you think their managers asked them to do? Play direct or short, wide or narrow, or any tactical plans you can see? Your manager's also asked you to be something of a set-piece specialist. So he'd like you to have a look at how many corners, free kicks, throw-ins or penalties there are on that, and maybe to see if it's tactical. So maybe they have their big tall centre-half attacking the far post. So have a real think about set-pieces and try and have a look at count. Now, managers quite often, they like a little bit of drama. So they would also like a brief report on the match, but they want it short and to the point because they have to be able to read it before they go out for training. So a little match report, very, very short one, all the key points, maybe the scoreline. And finally, for you as a scout, you need to use your tactical knowledge, your tactical nous, and you need to recommend to your manager what tactics or formation you would employ to win the game. So what should he do? Should he play a 4? Should he be direct, play over the top? Should he play long? What tactics would you recommend? And as well, the transfer window is going to be open. So if you could buy one of the opposition players before the game, who would it be? There you go. So loads and loads of really interesting things there. And that really shows you just how detailed you have to be as a scout and how much information actually you require. So have a look through there. See if you can fulfill most or all of those criteria. And like I say, I'll include these all in text form as well so you can see them. And if I go to Charlotte then, any thoughts on being a scout and any of those key points you pick up on there?
I think being a scout is one of the most important roles in football in terms of developing the basis of the squad. It's important that you have a holistic thing. Formations can be difficult, interesting as well at times. Like I watched the England game last night, and you played in theory almost 2 right backs with Carl Walker and Kieran Trippier, but it depends on the formation how you play them. So in theory, with Kieran Trippier playing as a wing back, playing more as a winger, while you had Carl Walker as almost like the defensive unit as such. Saying that, you saw Harry Maguire up front at times. Yeah. What more would you like from me, Louis?
No, fantastic. That was brilliant. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I'll go over to Mitchell now as well to get his thoughts on them. I know he's a keen student of the game, so I think he's definitely a very professional scout.
Indeed. Obviously 10 years coaching and within that managing. A big one for me is the style. So I'll need to make sure, as Lou will know, I want to try and do my Clarky ball. But the style in which teams approach the game offensively and defensively is the biggest one, obviously, especially where you're going to try and go out and match that and better it. So not only obviously we're looking at the formation, but also are they taking time to build up with their play? Are they being really direct, like within one pass? Not so much long ball, but, you know, how are they trying to get up the pitch and how quick are they to respond when they're, you know, getting behind the ball, so to speak, or pressing the ball. The match report, I need that to be as specific and short and sweet as possible, maybe a few bullet points, just to make sure I can read it, I get it, and then I'll be able to apply it to my training as well. And also the finding out which foot they are, you know, really paying attention to, you know, which body angle they provide, or be able to, you know, make a decision under pressure, which foot are they taking more so, because if we're defending that, then we can try and put that to bed early on. How about yourself, Louis? What sticks out for you when you're out scouting?
Yeah, no. So for me, I always like to look and sort of see who really stands out for me. I think that you can sort of watch a game 5 or 10 minutes and really see who sticks in your head. And I think for me, if you can develop a plan to deal with the opposition's best player, it really gives you a massive advantage. I think in terms of other things for me as well, like I find it really interesting thinking about styles of play. Like obviously you touched on Mitchell, but different ways to beat other ways, if that makes sense. So obviously if one team is playing direct over the top, do drop deeper and defend the space, or do you squeeze up really hard and try and stop the source. So for me, obviously looking at it probably more from a goalkeeping point of view, that's something really interests me. And of course I'm a bit of a fan of set pieces myself as well. I like a little clever plan. So always been a point of pride that for me, if I'm managing a team or even as a goalkeeper in a team, that we don't sit off set pieces. For me, it's an easy goal. It's an easy something you can prevent. So yeah, just that level of detail again, really interesting.
Definitely. Louis, the set point king.
set play king. Your words, not mine. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, that's just about all we've got time for. All that's remaining is for me to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Really looking forward to bringing you week 3 coming up next week. But please let us know how you get on with your challenges. And from me, Mitchell and Charlotte, I'll just pass you off. Any final words from you, Mitchell?
No, thank you, Louis, and obviously for the players taking part as well. Make sure you tag us and let them know how you got on. But obviously, thank you for your time, obviously watching the video and hearing us out.
And any final words from you, Charlotte, as well?
No, replicate everything you both said, and hope you're all well, keeping fit, doing the indoor technical stuff we did last week. It's really important you keep sharp over this period. Hopefully we'll be back in no time.
Wonderful. Can't wait to see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye all.
Definitely. Take care.